So for this eighth video, data recovery, I think it's gonna be a long one. We're gonna talk about the project and the settings, finalization of data collection and establishment, download the results for analyzer, view the results in a table, and then toolbox automatic report, map, and how to download. So here we go. For this particular one, I'm going to use another form that I have. It's called Cameroon Household Wash Market and GPP Assessment that was done in Cameroon some time ago. What the good thing is that it has a lot of data and a lot of questions. So is this one 328 submissions. So we can click here. We get the data tab. This is the form. And then data tab. Um, it loads, and then what we see directly is a report with some figures. Unfortunately, you cannot copy paste this. So if you want to use this as it is, like right like this, for example, the percentage of people that is host, displaced, or refugee, some very dummy thing you can do is just print the screen, which is the key on top right of our computer. It's called PRTRSCR. You click it, and then you can go, for example, to Word, and then open a new file. So open a new file and paste it, and then you can double click and crop. But this is a it's not very beautiful way to do it, but you could eventually do it this way. We were here. So this is like an automated report that Kobo gives you with a lot of data. I don't know if the tables are. You can copy paste the table, so it may be a little bit better. Then you can click in table, and maybe after thinking a little bit while, it will give you a table with all the data, right? Here you can have labels, so it means that you can read them well, or headers and values, but this is not the most interesting part either. One of the things you can do in here is that you can edit or view each record. So now, for example, if you want to delete this data, you can click here and delete it. Or if you want to add a note, so maybe this record is no good, you can type save a note, right? And it will be add there. You can edit the note. In this case, I should be removing it, but you can see it, and then you can edit. So if you click here, you can change the information. So maybe that was really a male instead of a female. And then I guess you have to go down all the way and submit. Okay, but I don't want to submit it. So just skip this out. Then you can go to the gallery, where if you would have photos, they would come here, but we didn't take pictures of this particular one. And then the most important is the downloads, where you can download your file. Usually we will download as an XLS. These ones we can for now forget about. Or you can see a map, like a quick map, that for some data, maybe it's already good enough. For example, if you want to view by statut de ménage, so if the people that we have asked, are they refugees, are they hosts? So maybe you can already have some interesting thing. For example, here, everybody, all the refugees are here. Well, this is the refugee camp. So, but if you would have like refugees over here as well, so you can analyze data just with a couple of clicks. And then, I don't know, we could maybe see distance to the water point. So if it's more or less. So all of these people is very well served. All of these people is not very well served. So you can analyze that. I think again this you have to just print it, do a screen capture, and possibly you want to put it later on in Excel. What else? I was then we need to download the results as well. So if we go to the downloads, we will download the result as an XLS. Download them here, right? And then they will come here with the name. If you open it now, uh, let's say yes, see what happens. So we have here all the all the all the all the information, and we should have if it was 328, we should have 329 lines, which we have. So it's okay. And then if we type here XML values and header, I think this is what we should be getting to download for the next step. So let's open. Yes. And then this is, if you see there is a small difference between these two files that I downloaded. One is, yes, one is I downloaded with labels and the other one with XML values and headers. So this is the one with values and headers. No, with labels. I think I put both at the same time. Let me open them again. This should be with labels. Yes. And then I'm going to download again the one with headers. Yes, and if you see here, you have like a small, instead of a space, you would have a dash and things like this. Whereas in the other one, everything is well written, and you have the, the accents and everything in French, all the languages. So the one we would be using most is the one that is headers. So the one with that looks like this. Okay, and that's that will be part of the next video on data analysis. But for now, we get to this.